Okay, we are at Labrea and ironically Obama Boulevard out in LA here. And this is just a quick stop. It seemed off the surface that there wasn't as much aggression with the car on the Technics, but it sort of it fluctuates, right? It's like the tide coming in and out, the sets coming in and out, surfing, right? Okay, so this is just a random pull to the side of the road and see what's going on um, in random areas like usual. Um, and it's a little windy here, so all right. So we'll start here. Where else? I think there's a superior, ironically, a superior on the other side. Okay, so uh, driving through the parking lot did look sort of closer to normal. I'm just gonna see what we see. White backwards here, white backwards. We don't have the pairs, so it's hard to. White backwards here. Oh, there's the two SUV trucks or whatever together backwards here. Um, and let me get some. See what's around me here. Okay. Oh, this battery's low. Pairs of twos backwards together here. Um, and because this, well, it's a lot closer to normal, I can't really tell you. There's a few randomly backwards there. Okay. Um, let's sort of come by this door over here. Pairs of twos backwards. Actually, threes backwards together, and then there's the pink thing backwards. And oh, but there's a charging station. So this little corner is not a charging station. No, that's not a charging station. Those are drop off, delivery drop off. Okay, let's speed this up a little. We're already low on battery. Okay, so when we see the pairs of twos, it's a little more obvious. So closer to normal here. Sort of pairs of twos with some space. We see that a lot, definitely. Um, and let's just maybe instead of focusing on one area, maybe cruise around. We're already at 75% battery, so um, or sort of ran me backwards, which is sort of harder to read. Um, what is it here? The supermarket? I'm not sure. I've never been there. Okay. Two reds. So our good old red groupings, which right now, because things seem a little different right here, I'm going to say, let's just say that could be a coincidence, right? We got a lot of birds. Um, Interesting, because we have an orange car backwards here, and then the lot I just took off from has an orange car backwards by the routes. There's an orange Jeep. Um, and hope we'll see if he's still there when we come back. Um, okay, white car backwards here. We have a higher rate of forwards. And then white car down here, white Tesla backwards. White car. Here's a two, right here backwards, and one's white. And then over here, there's a two, one's red. And I was about to say this lot looks a little bit closer to normal. Um, and then this guy is pulling backwards. It looks like it takes a lot less work. Just pull forwards there. Uh, White car by the edge backwards. And the ones I want are the ones that are easier to read or more obvious to say, God, why are there so many pairs of twos backward, right? Okay, so, and then is there anything else around here? Where are we? Let's check out over here where the battery starts to the park or something, or a high school, I'm not sure. And we're starting to get low, so I want to sort of have on battery, so I want to head back. And what is this? Trailer. This parking's too weird. There's no. Okay, let's head back. And so that's interesting that there was. Ooh, high wind. I don't like that. That's interesting that towards the Superior here we have that Jeep back, orange Jeep backwards, and this is why it's gonna be interesting if you're still here. As I come back this way, and I'm definitely heading into the wind, there's by this route an orange car backwards. And uh, remember that this is just a random location in the middle of LA. So, so that's important. Uh, because you're going to say, God, that's a lot of coincidence. Is he still here or did he leave? Let's see. Oh, yeah, here he is. Over here. So, now you're going to say that's got random. But God, what are the chances that an orange car is over backwards here by the Superior? There's not a lot of orange cars, right? I mean, I think we could sort of all agree that there are orange cars, but it's a very low number. Um, Making the statistical analysis of it a lot harder to be random. Okay, battery is gone, and there's not a lot here interesting. We're gonna do some other parking lots, but so that's it for this parking lot. So there are a good amount of things, especially by the Superior, and then we gotta sort of land. Okay, we're by Labrea or something, Labrea and Fairfax. Okay, let's hear about Home Depot. So let's just check it out. Uh, the black pickup backwards. The pairs of two black pickups backwards. And fucking birds, man. What's up with this? Okay, right here, this guy's just arriving. One security buy a second black car backwards together there. I think that's security. Um, pairs of twos backwards. And it's sort of interesting. Another one, the security guard. Because I've had a lot of weird things with security guards throughout my life. I didn't realize what was going on the majority of my life. Um, Surprisingly, a lot seems closer to normal forwards here. Oh, hey, I got a TV mode working. Okay, good. I couldn't get that working earlier. I'm not the regular here backwards. Um, this is all forwards. This is like what? Okay. Um, this is a different drone. This is a 4S, a mini 4S, or a mini 4 Pro. Okay, so okay, pairs of twos backwards. This is easier with a zoom, huh? Pairs of twos backwards here. He's sort of by himself, but pairs of twos backwards. Pairs of twos backward here. Um, and okay, let's just check out the street here. It's surprisingly closer than normal. Oh, this is good. Okay, I don't exactly know where we are, but pairs of twos backwards. This whole row is backwards, but you can kind of see it. Okay, we have some of our white groupings. It looks like this is where it sort of starts to get obvious. Usually, if we go down three pairs of twos, white. Let's see if we have a high number of that. Pairs of twos, whites. Pairs of twos, whites. Sounds like we might have a whistler walking by me. Um, that's usually what happens when someone walks by and whistles, and then the evoking starts to get more aggressive wherever I am. Okay. Yeah, I'm over here. So I think this was the first pair of whites I pointed out. Okay, pairs of twos, white over here. Surprisingly, they all look forwards, don't they? Oh, in the corner here, threes backwards right here. Looks like we probably have, no? Three whites there. Pairs of twos here, backwards. Pairs of twos backwards here, and then two pair whites over here. That's kind of weird. I don't think that's. Uh, Pairs of twos backwards in the corner here. And then the rest are sort of backwards together there. Pairs of two whites there. And believe it or not, I still have a good 6 minutes of flight time. Oh, reception's going weird. Um, and this is the crappy small battery, so uh, I might be switching drone. Okay, so to do the documenting the worldwide stalking towards drone, right? Okay. Um, so now I guess we'll just do a few side streets. And depending on the area, this area could be good because I think two whites there. That could be great, but usually when we see it sort of spread like this, um, you can really see the intentional like two whites type of thing. Like when it's not congested. And surprisingly, it looks closer than normal. The parking lots, believe it or not, I believe the lot, capital LOT, Started when I bought computer monitors for my father's employees. I found a lot of old used monitors so that my father's employees at Golden State Sports Medical didn't have the ancient archaic. It was like 1024 by something resolution, and I was, trying to give them a better, make their lives easier by a bunch of used monitors. And a girl named Marlene was babbling that I had spy cameras in her spy cameras in her monitor and weird shit like that. I will note the three car covers is quite normal. I'm sure it's normal, but um, and that was one of the justifications. Like, you have spy cameras in my monitor, the monitors you bought us, so we're gonna stalk you with worldwide groups and lock you away with LP Sandoval and Lorraine Escobar and shit. And you'd be like, did I wake up into the weirdest fucking Twilight Zone dream? Okay, two whites here, two whites there. Uh, okay, we're starting to have to turn home soon. So, I think we already did this area. Two, I think, wait, this might be a gray, but yeah, one's gray. Two whites here. Here's that double horn honk problem. Um, the alarm, horn double alarm horn honk, that's usually, what happens is the more I start sort of going out and doing different things, we get these ramp up of attacks across the internet. Like, someone will see me, they'll walk around whistling, then you'll hear the horn honks and twos, the alarm, the car, and won't be like a couple of random events. It'll literally exponentially grow into like 100 things per day, um, of coordinated connected events that are completely unheard of. Using the internet as a weapon, against Kevin Perlman. Now, why is that happening with Mike Huntley? World of paranoia? Don't know. Two blacks backwards here. We're going to sort of start to head back. We're fairly close. And then we'll maybe monitor what's going on, because as people see me, for example, the guy walking by and whistling, which was fairly subtle, he wasn't too loud. Um, he walked by the side of my car. So that means we'll probably sort of see the round. So usually the whistle is sort of a threat, a death threat, like, you're a whistleblower, and then the attacks wrap up. Okay, now everything's very cryptic. It's not correct. It's not some guy walking by saying, if you tell anyone what we're doing, we're going to kill you. It's in this cryptic thing that they've been doing since I was 5, with my own brother and father. And, okay, so now usually it's interesting because the law is actually fairly, um, closer to normal. Here's our pairs of shoes with the security guy here. Um, Interesting that the security guy is sort of an instigator, right? Um, but as I've learned, that most security companies that were involved, not most, but a lot, are involved in illegal activities with the police, so illegal operations. Um, okay, so where am I? Okay, I'm here, and we got most of the area here, so that's not much better with, like, rushed into fucking into cramming in 10 minutes 100 million thoughts here, but okay, so let's maybe bring her home and watch up her one. Okay, Just talk about this new draw. Me getting used to it. All right. Okay, we are by the Culver City Mall here. Malls are a big one. For some reason, on the list of 100 million things that the Perlman family has a problem with, malls. I think that's because Mike Hunley was hinting that I'm like 25 years ago. Mike Hunley's hinting I'm like a tiger, and mall people are weird, unheard of things. So you're not allowed in any mall worldwide. You get the joke? Because I don't. Okay, so it doesn't sound like a joke to me. It sounds like something weird and freaky and cryptic and unheard of and doesn't make sense, but it's happening, right? Mike Hunley, World of Paranoia. Have a good life now. We're using the judicial system against you. Okay, so this is kind of a weird mall because there's a freeway overpass on the other side. I'm just sort of looking at all the red cars. It's this one's backwards. That could or could not be, but it's probably normal. There are a good amount of red cars. Uh, we're back to the Neo 2, so we only have 10 minutes. And surprisingly, this backside looks closer to normal, but the front side looks extremely aggressive. So, which is interesting, right? Because why would human behavior be different? Uh, Sex based on section. Okay. All right. So this is where it gets a little weird. We have five something backwards here, and they're all dark, grayish to black. We have two reds and a black backwards, and pairs of twos and reds together. So now we're 15 minutes away from that last location we had to go to red. So I sort of want to two pairs of two, pairs of threes backwards here, and then let's go to the front side because it's a lot more aggressive. Pairs of twos. Oh, the charging station. Never mind. And where's my? The building might block some of my signals. So that's okay. So this area, this front side, is extremely aggressive. Especially under the overpass, which we're not going. Technically, I could, but okay. Red car backwards here. Sort of pointless. Pairs of twos, pairs of three backward here. We're going signal from the building. I'll just note that white backwards here. Another white backwards here. I like it better with the zoom. This guy just pulled up this red car backwards with threes. All these two blacks and this red are backwards. All three of those backwards together. Um, Pairs of twos, white here, backward. Um, White by itself in this grouping of whites backwards. I'll note the red backwards here, but I really, like I say, I want to do the pairs of twos or more backwards to really show that something is going on instead of a random beat. Two whites here backwards together. Huge group by the edge, always by the edge backwards. I don't know what. And then let's sort of come out this way. Now underneath here was really aggressive, like two blues backwards together and two black pickups backwards together. But about being on the other side here and doing sport mode and or aggressive flying, it's pointless. Okay. Um, two are these two backwards together here? No. Two white Teslas backwards together. Uh, And we got a little low on signal there from the building. Um, we don't have a zoom on this, so let's see if we can. We got a little more signal back. Let's see over here. Oh, much better on the signal. Okay. Uh, okay, we have some groups of blues. We don't see. We have two, I believe, two blues right here together. The forwards. Over here, we have two blues forwards. We'll let the whites by the edge, but let's try to look for the more obvious. Surprisingly, I can sort of drove in. Extremely aggressive. However, a lot of it was underneath here, but I already missed that zoom, the digital zoom. All right. This all looks normal, like closer to normal. We do have our sort of groupings of whites, though, right? We have like two whites forwards here, two whites forwards here, three whites forwards there. At the moment, but if I were to go under this overpass, you would see the aggression. What is that? Is that? I don't know what that is. Let's see. Okay, so the battery is turning a little low. What is over here? Oh, it's a car dealer. All right. Um, all right. So maybe. Oh, I hear you. Time to start heading back. Two whites forwards here. Two whites forwards there. Two whites forwards there. Two whites forwards there. And oh, I didn't see this area. Batteries going to get low. Three whites forwards. I'll just dump the red back with that corner. Just for the fuck of it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, come back. All right. Weird, because when I drove through, it seemed really aggressive. Charging station. White by going backwards. Okay. Well, surprisingly, back here seemed a lot closer to normal. We got land, but I'll note the white Tesla backwards when it's fell. And so that's pretty much it. We're pretty much time to land here. Pickup truck backwards there. Light bluish white. I'm not sure, but that's okay. Okay. We're here in Venice Beach. Last flight. Sun is setting. We'll sort of check out the residential area. Just a random full side of the road. And I'm sure there's also on the list like coffee shops, schools, any food distribution place. This is off taking walks, exercise, gym, all taboo. According to the Pullman family, all signs of mental illness, the things that people don't do, which behavior. Okay, so what do we have reception here? There's a lot of shit surrounding me, and whoa, shit. Wow, that's weird. You turn that off and it's like, okay, let's get out of that. Alright, so we're in Venice Beach area. We don't have our Zoom. I'm really, that spoiled me. Alright, we got trees. Alright, so let's sort of avoid the trees. Okay, let's check out the local area and probably stay a little high because a lot of crap. Okay, so we're gonna look for probably groups of white, I'm guessing, on the side streets. That's a big one. So, pairs of twos backward there. I believe two whites, three whites. Let's see, two whites, two whites. I think here. Remember, this is just a random pull the side of the road like usual. I think two whites here. Two whites here. Looks like two whites here. Hard to see under the trees there. Two whites here. I want to stay away. Hold on, transmission's a little weak here. Two whites here. Two whites here. Two whites here. Three whites there. I'm just checking out where I am. Where are we? What is the main? That's the beach. This is not the main road, so this is good because the main road is going to have people coming and going at a higher rate. However, there's a building blocking my signal, I think. Uh, two white here. Two white here. I'll note the backwards, but he's by himself. So, I don't think we want to go that way. I think we want to stay more towards the residential here. Of course, my signal is not happy. There we go. So I go back the other way, my signal will be happy or anything. I was gonna have a better signal because it's up on a hill, but all this tree shit blocking me. Surprisingly, it's closer to normal. What does that mean with 1 billion people per day working on someone? All right. So, groupings of whites off in the distance here. Sort of monitoring the battery here. Oh, I guess I picked a shitty location. Um, yeah, these trees are what's killing me, I think. All right, so anyways, I picked a really good spot, but um, that interesting how congested this area here, down this way and over there, is with the white groupings, and it's interesting how this direction sort of clears out. I mean, it's patchy, right? You're gonna wherever you go, you're gonna sort of see groups, and it sort of clear out, or areas less congested. And okay, so I think I'm gonna land. Battery's starting to go low, lights starting to go down. I'm in a shitty spot here, so I want to sort of bring it in while I don't want to rush it here, but I learned from the best. So that's, I guess, it here. Um, trees up the ass. Lesson learned with the trees, right? Okay, so that's it.